Okay, here's your jumpers run from Saturday. I have to say I'm pretty excited that I'm actually doing these videos for you. No pressure to do it in the future. I'm just saying. I'm pretty excited. See, he's such a good boy. Everyone, when you guys are running, everyone comments how he's a good, nice, solid dog. Nice. Yay, Cloud. Nice job. Alright, now I'm going to slow it down and watch it. I would probably set him farther back so that set him back far enough so that you can envision him getting up from his sit state and taking one full stride before he has to lift off for the jump, okay? He's not normally a bar knocker or anything like that, but it's just, you know, let him get into his rhythm and his running and his striding before the first jump. So set him farther back, and just, you know, give him a chance to establish his striding right off the bat. Okay, that was good. You released him and then you kind of hesitated a little bit, kind of looked back to see if he was really coming or not. Here you kind of completely turn your back on him, so you want to make sure when you do the lead outs that you lead out in such a way that you can just go in a straight line. Okay, now that doesn't mean that we're going to go in a straight line, right? Because we still might veer and end up running into the jump. I mean, I've done that. But you want to try to avoid how you look right now. Okay, your arm is down, your back is turned to him, there's no connection with you from your head. It doesn't even appear that you're sort of trying to look back at him, okay, until now. So you regain it, and that's fine. But then when you do it, you sort of have a little stutter step there. Okay, so here's the stride before he takes off. Okay, and you're cueing the turn, and you're starting the rotation, but now he's lifting off, see? And you need to have the cross done before he's lifting off, okay? Because once he lifts off, there's nothing he can do about where he's going to land, okay? And, you know, yeah, he's not like Kea, and he's not as fast as Kea and everything else, but something that you actually have to work a little bit harder at that Karen doesn't is motivation in this dog, okay, and helping to build his confidence, okay? So the way you're cueing this right now, he doesn't really totally know that he's going to turn to the left. He thinks he's going to go straight, okay? And what happens with dogs like him with a little bit lower confidence is if you cue a jump one way and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, no, we're turning, we're going this way, it deflates them just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, okay? But then if that happens continually over time, then you might end up getting kind of a demotivated dog, okay? And we certainly don't want that. And I'm not saying that you're demotivating him right now. I'm just making a point that when you cue this jump, everything about you is you are starting the rotation, but you should have had the cross completed when he is where he is now. Okay, and you can tell that he didn't know a turn was coming because he's taking the jump completely perpendicular. He's totally straight. His front end isn't even turning in the air or anything. Okay, so now he's figured out in the air that you're making a turn. All right, and then he has to land and turn kind of hard. So not the end of the world, but you have the time with him, and you're fast enough that you can get the crosses done. You'll have an easier time getting them done in time before Karen. Okay, and this is the same way. So you're forward, 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 forward. You're still forward. He's in the air. You're just starting to pull away, but now he's landing. He thought he was going to the tunnel. Okay? So when he's right here, you need to say up, keep your arm up, but you need to move that way so he knows there's a turn coming. Because he thought he was going forward. See how hard he lands, and then he has to turn, and see how hard he has to work to turn. He didn't know there was a turn. And then, because you're way back here, and you actually move this way a little bit, you just pull him off that jump. So, after you did your front cross at the double, you should have come up here. When he was approaching this one, you should have moved laterally, but you should have moved this way directly. And you moved a little tiny bit that way. Okay? I'll back it up so you can see it. Sorry for my sniffles. See, and now you move back a little bit, but you really needed to move that way to get that next one. So you get him set back up. Boy. So in that cross, okay, here he is lifting off and you're just starting the rotation, okay? So you needed to be starting that rotation right now, where he is now, okay? Because you're just starting it, but he's lifting off. He can't do anything about where he's going to land, okay? And when he was setting up for this jump, the last thing he saw was you kind of moving in this direction, and lo and behold, look at what he's doing. He's going to take that jump that way. So there was nothing he could do about where he landed. That's why he landed behind you. Alright, I'm going to play that back so you can see it. So he just couldn't, there was nothing he could do. He'd already set up for the jump, and he had already taken it based on the information you gave him, and he couldn't do anything about it. But you get him back on his way, and I think he does his weave pulls right the first time. Good boy. And then you just have a run out to the finish. This all looks really nice. It was kind of a straight line. It was nice. He sends to the tunnel good. And you get to moving and running. Nice, nice finish.